What's up, guys? Good morning. Looks like I need to be seated a little bit more centered here so I can get inside the Hollywood Square. Let me see, just a second here. Let me readjust this. There we go. I'm still shaking off the cobwebs, guys. I'm still shaking off the cobwebs, so bear with me here. Good morning to you guys. This is your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live. We're just going to have a nice little Bob Ross style Dogecoin market watch here. So feel free just to kind of get comfortable and settle in. Most of you are probably waking up, and if you're overseas in Europe or somewhere else, it's probably afternoon, midday for you. But it's early morning in my neck of the woods, So, yeah, good morning to you all. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele. And feel free to mix it up with in the chat. And if you got any questions, comments, feel free to put them in the chat. And don't forget to hit that smash that like button. And we'll just get down to it. Dogecoin is riding nicely, hanging out a little bit over 27 heaven. Now, it's all a matter of perspective, isn't it, folks? It's all a matter of perspective, because just the day before yesterday, we were clawing at the bit to get up to 27 cents, and we were hoping we could possibly get to 27 cents. How awesome would that be? And here we are, less than 48 hours later. We broke through 27 cents again, and not many people seem to care. People seem to care. So it's all just a matter of perspective and patience and being able to just roll with it, folks. Just roll with it. So much of being successful in cryptocurrency and things like Dogecoin relies just on a great deal of patience, frankly, a great deal of patience. So, and those who have that patience definitely increase their probability for success, the probability for profit. So, I might have a co-host in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have a co-host in a little bit. And he's going to talk to us about some more technical analysis, and he and I are going to share some technical analysis together regarding Dogecoin, regarding the market in general. He'll be here in about 10-15 minutes tops. His name's Nick, and those of you who watch the channel regularly, you know that's Nick, the Dogecoin millionaire. And we call him that because he is a multimillionaire as a consequence of investing in Dogecoin. Gotta stay hydrated, gang. Gotta stay hydrated. Sometimes you can get so busy. It happens to me. Sometimes I'll get so busy, I'll become very dehydrated, and then I'll become really weak and out of it, and spaced out feeling. And then I realize it's because I haven't been drinking water. I haven't been hydrating myself. So then I lay down and I chug some water, get some electrolytes, and I'm back in business. Good morning, Sliding Ed, 6 a.m. here in California. Now you guys are getting a little less shy, starting to talk, starting to open up, starting to shake off those morning cobwebs. Jay, I love you, big dog. Love you back. Thanks for joining. This morning. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you want to do that, because we have the best channel when it comes to all things Dogecoin. We do live streams almost every night. I've been interspersing them with early morning live streams by request to reach different people at different times of day. But we have an awesome time. So if you're new, definitely hit subscribe and hit all in that notification bell. You'll have a good time. Yeah, Nick, my co-host Nick, he's about, I'd say about 10 minutes away from coming in, bestowing us with some technical analysis. And we're going to also talk about incoming altcoin season as well. Guys, if you are on Twitter, you can find me at Mr. Steven Steele on Twitter. Also, If you are on Twitter, if I could ask you to retweet this, that'd be awesome. It's just a link to the stream here, so people know where to go. People know where to go. So if you are on Twitter, if you could retweet that and be a lamb, I'd appreciate that. Vince says, "Good morning, Steve, the Doge weather reporter." It's not the first time I've been called that. We're having a lovely little Doge day. Some nice little green candles brewing in there, with peppered with some red retracements. But you know what, folks? Overall, the trajectory is good. Dogecoin is looking bullish overall. It definitely is. In fact, it is up almost 10% for the week, and it's up about 3.5% over the last 24 hours. Of course, Tesla is still going wild style. We'll be talking about Tesla as well. Yeah, Tesla breaking all-time highs. Kathy Woods, very bullish on Tesla predictions. She's putting Tesla at 6,000 a share within the next 2 to 3 years tops. A lot of people said she was crazy for that, but she's looking pretty vindicated at this point. It doesn't seem so wild anymore, doesn't it? Now I think Tesla's hovering. Right now, it's hovering somewhere right around 1,050 per share. It wasn't that long ago. It was about 5 months ago, I recall, that you could get some Tesla shares for about $600. So think about it that way. The value of Tesla has almost doubled within about a 6-month period. Again, I remember it getting stuck between $500 and $600 for quite some time, and people were doubting the bullishness of Tesla. But sooner or later, that solid accumulation bursts apart at the seams, and then market values rise, right? I think most of our people are asleep right now. That's what I think. It's one of those things, too, where the psychology of charts is really hilarious. Because we could be, let's say if we went from 22, 23 cents all of a sudden to 27 cents right now, we'd have a couple hundred people in here, folks, easy. But because we went from 24 cents to 27 cents over the course of a couple days, well, then no one cares. This is actually an important lesson that the few of you that are listening right now. It's people that the cool heads prevail, honestly, when it comes to following market values, and people that are able to zoom out and see bigger, fuller pictures are the people that definitely have a tremendous advantage when it comes to both cryptocurrency and stock investments. And this is a theme that I've been talking more and more about, and I think it's the more it can set in for my audience, I think the more I'm helping to set up their increase their probability for success, for financial freedom. Anyway, yeah, we're hanging out right at 27 cents, folks. 27 cents. If you haven't already smashed that like button, if you could take a moment to do that, really appreciate it. It's the number one thing you can do to help out a channel like this and reach more people. So appreciate that. And you lurkers, don't be shy. Feel free to mix it up in the chat. If you got any questions, put them out there. Been letting my beard grow. A little bit more, guys. It's that season, it's beard season kicking in. And, wow, headed into November already. Halloween in a couple days. You guys got some pumpkin action going on. You celebrate Halloween. We will be having a special Halloween stream. We might have two of them. Sadaf, I don't know if I can get Sadaf, my other co-host, ready on camera in time for Halloween. She's over in Australia, and she's been in lockdown due to the real strict laws over there. And consequently, she hasn't seen a salon in 4 months. And you know how self-conscious women can be about these sorts of things. So she swore to me she'd only do audio appearances, no video appearances, until she had her salon appointment. And I can't remember if her salon appointment was just a bit before Halloween or after. So, but we will be having a special Halloween stream on November 1st. We're doing it one day later due to scheduling issues. I'll be dressed up. My co-host Nick will be dressed up. And Nick is going to be dressed up as the Tiger King for Halloween here on Steele Live. I will be dressed up too. I'll be going as a fellow Doge live streamer and a friend of mine, Crypto Batman. I'll be dressing up as Crypto Batman. Manju, good morning, Manju, or whatever time of day it is by you. Can you please explain long-term Doge future? Sure, yeah, this is something I talked about quite a bit on my night shows. This is a very much a returning theme on my night shows that I do. And I think the long-term future for Dogecoin is very good. It's very bullish. I think the stage has been set and continues to be set to ensure that Dogecoin is going to be one of the number one most transacted digital currencies on the entire planet, on all of planet Earth. And I think 2022 is likely going to be the most parabolic year that we have ever seen to date for a number of reasons. 2022 is going to be ushering in a lot of big moves, and they're all going to happen right around the same time, it looks like. Some of those moves are Robinhood wallets. So Robinhood wallets are probably going to happen right at the end of this year, I would guess, or at the beginning of 2022. I would guess probably around January 2022 is when everyone will actually get the Robinhood wallets. And why is this such a big deal for Dogecoin? Well, folks, it is now estimated that well over 1 million people are signed up on that waiting list to receive Robinhood wallets. Now, what we know, we have solid statistical data to back this up. What we know is that Dogecoin far and away is Robinhood's strongest offering. That means they make more money and there's more trades happening for Dogecoin, far and away more than any other cryptocurrency on Robinhood. That is their biggest moneymaker of all cryptocurrencies. It's not only their biggest moneymaker, but I think it's their most popular trade, including with their stocks as well. So you can pretty much assume that almost the entire 1 million plus people that are signed up and waiting for Robinhood wallets are Dogecoin holders to a greater or lesser degree. So that's a lot of people that are suddenly going to be empowered with Dogecoin wallets to be able to spend Dogecoin, buy Dogecoin, transfer it. And I believe when people have the freedom to do what they want with their Dogecoin, they are going to be buying more of it. They're going to feel a lot more safe and secure about having full ownership over their Dogecoin. So I think there's going to be all those people, I think they're going to be buying and accumulating more than they have previously. And also it's going to really add to the adoption of Dogecoin. Because when people are free to spend their Dogecoin, spending is great because that is an integral part. That's an integral step to wide adoption. RTW, welcome. I got in around 14,000 Doge. I was at 4 cents. Do you think that's a pretty good position? Do you think I should move my profits into another crypto or just hold? Sir, I would suggest that you hold that. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do follow Dogecoin and crypto very closely. Spend a lot of time doing it. I actually just made a video you should watch when this live stream is over, of course. But I had just put it out last night. And the title of that video is How Most Crypto Millionaires Are Made. How most crypto millionaires are made, folks. And the general point of that video is, and I go into much more detail on that video, but the general strategy is this. The overwhelming majority of crypto millionaires and multimillionaires are made through the simple strategy of finding great long-term projects. Most of the time, these are in the top 20, guys. They're super high utility coins. I mean, it's all risky in the crypto market, don't get me wrong, but there are certain coins that are much less risky than others, okay? For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, in my opinion, XRP, ADA, investments like this, possibly even VeChain, or maybe even add Avalanche on there. Things like this. Taking strong positions in projects like this and holding not for 6 months, not for 12 months, not even for 24 months, but over the course of several years. Folks, over the course of several years. That is how the overwhelming majority of crypto millionaires are made. Holding positions in very strong projects, holding positions in very strong coins with strong utility, and with a reliable team behind it that knows what they're doing, with good leadership, if there is a leadership position in it. And you got to make sure that person in that leadership carries themselves well, works hard, and is reliable, right? With that all being said, that is where the majority of big money gets made by these people. Several years, folks. So, circling back to you again, my friend. What was his name? Let me scroll up. RTW. Yes, I think you should hold. If you're asking my frank, honest opinion, you've got a really great position there at 4 cents. And I think things only get bigger and better from here. So, there you are. Johnny agrees. He says, hold. If Nick is going to be Tiger King, I want to be Jeff Lois's sliding edge. Welcome, Doge Pilot. If you want to sell your Doge, please do. I wouldn't mind a nice Doge spike. Ernie McCracken. And don't sell. Johnny M, lots more to come for Doge. Indeed, indeed. To put it mildly, gang. To put it mildly. Guys, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, it's hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts I put in here. And you can feel free to ask me whatever questions, comments you want, and I'll do my best to answer those to the best of my ability. If you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe. What are you doing? Honestly, if you're even remotely interested in Dogecoin at any level, this is one of the best places you can stay in touch with. I have great guests from Dogecoin developers team, to members of the Dogecoin Foundation, to other crypto-related content creators. We even also sometimes bring in other just authors, interesting authors and artists and things like that, who additionally are kind of into crypto. And yeah, we have a good time here. We've got an awesome community. We'd love to have you be a part of it. You're very welcome, RTW. Oops, sorry about that. My camera fell over. It's kind of balancing. So just hang tight and hang tight, guys. I will be back and get this camera back on track. Back on track. this camera is falling over on a semi-regular basis. I honestly am starting to feel sorry for it. Any of you guys doing breakfast? Are any of you guys breakfast eaters? Alrighty then. Let's get back on track here, gang. There we have it. There's an old saying that goes, no matter where you go, there you are. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? All right. Good morning. Is it too early to try and sell an Earth Doge? Connolly, an fellow Earth Doge X NFT holder investor. I'd say, yeah, it's a little too early. Just be patient. Just like cryptocurrency, just like a good cryptocurrency project. A pretty decent amount of patience is also required if you want to get those nice sweet gains in NFTs as well. It's all about timing, folks. It's all about timing. Listen, there's no winners without losers in this market. I'm just giving it to you straight. Not everybody can be a winner. Not everybody can be a winner. And other people will tell you otherwise. I just don't think they're being fully honest with you. You know, the saying, we're going to make it, this, that, it's a nice sentiment. It's a lingo that's often used in the crypto circles now, but not everybody makes it. There's winners and losers. And what defines which one you're going to be is timing and paying attention. And many times, increasing your probability to be a winner requires patience. It requires patience because it's a difficult thing for most people, isn't it? So the floor on the DogeX project is just starting to raise now. Sales are just starting to increase. Bigger investors are coming in right now, starting to buy up those floors. So, and DogeX's metaverse is just kicking in now as well, and you're going to be able to get DogeX puppies for an additional value to your holdings. So I'd say right now is probably the worst time, frankly, to sell DogeX. So just hang out. And they've got DogeX is a really strong, great community over there too. If you're already not dialed in with their Discord group over there, everyone's super fun. Good morning, Steven and Doge fam. Jimmy D, the real deal. It isn't just a nickname. Definitely the Doge stream to watch. Best community. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that, Jimmy D. Tyken Photography, welcome. Get some duct tape at Home Depot with Dogecoin. That's actually a pretty good suggestion. You know what I need is that I need Velcro. This thing's literally just balancing on the top of my MacBook monitor. For some reason, and it's a nice camera. It's a Logitech Brio too, but it didn't come with like a clip. Why wouldn't they engineer this with a clip? I mean, that's some bad design. What's your opinion on the Doge bridging with Ethereum? I like it. You guys are really coming strong with the questions right out of the gate early in the morning. Your brains are really fired up and ready to go early. I'll get to that momentarily, Johnny. Sliding Nudge coming in with the $2 make you holler. Appreciate it. First super chat of the morning. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your continued support, Sliding Edge. Will you be doing a Halloween special? Yes. I was just explaining a little bit earlier on stream. Nick and I will be doing a special Halloween stream, but we're going to be doing it on November 1st due to scheduling conflicts. So that's the time it works. Nick and I will both be in costume, and we'll be doing an extra long Halloween special. Why can't ghosts have children? Because, folks, they've got Halloweenies. It's not easy being cheesy. Thank you so much. Someone said best channel. Appreciate that. What's my opinion of the bridging with Ethereum? I think it's a wonderful move. I think it's a fantastic move. I've talked about this quite a bit on my night shows. I think that the Doge Ethereum bridge is probably going to be one of the single most impactful power moves in all of cryptocurrency. And I think it's going to have major, major positive effects on both coins respectively. I think it's going to make Ethereum a better coin in terms of transaction speeds and fees, and I think it's going to really help Dogecoin in terms of expanding its utility to things like smart contracts, etc. It's also going to help leverage Dogecoin to become much more relevant and usable in the NFT market. And this is something I've been talking quite a bit about. We've got to find a way to make Dogecoin adaptable into the NFT market, and that's probably going to happen through a secondary blockchain to be able to make a Doge conversion token out of that, something like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. From what I understand, the timeline on the Doge-Ethereum bridge is, again, right in early 2022. Folks, early 2022, the first quarter of 2022, I think is likely going to be massive for Dogecoin. Mr. Brahma says, I guess Elon is very dear to Dogecoin. The fact that he loves memes, has special love and place in his heart for Doge. I agree. He absolutely does. And Elon has been making that very clear. His interest and allegiance to Dogecoin is unwavering. And he recently referred to Dogecoin as the people's crypto. Which is obviously awesome, right? Guys, those of you who are on Twitter, you can give me a follow at Mr. Steven Steele. I would ask of you to retweet the link I'm about to put in the chat. And it's just a link to this stream, just to let more of our fellow members of the Doge community know that we are up and at 'em early this morning, and so they know where to find us. So if you wouldn't mind retweeting that, much appreciated. Connolly says, agreed, best channel. Appreciate that, Connolly. Is there any way to earn Doge tips from running a node? Not aside from just putting up your Doge wallet address, let people know that you're a node runner, and that you're accepting tips. That's pretty much it. There's nothing official, you know. It'd be cool if there was, but it's just it's up to you. Just put up your wallet number. And I haven't seen people that run nodes do such a thing. I'm running one node, but there's no official payment plan for it, unfortunately. Most amazing theme song video I've ever seen, always pumps me up. Oh, you must be talking about my intro video. I usually do those at night. I usually skip the super hype intro in the early morning ones, but you know what? Maybe I should make a special early morning intro video. With maybe a bit more mellow vibes, but maybe people want the hype right early in the morning. I don't know. Good morning, Steven. Good morning, Quad Galaxy. Good to see you back in the mix. Ernie says buying crypto is like playing Squid Game. It's risky, but there's things we can do and things we can look to mitigate those risks and put the odds more in your favor. And these are things we talk about quite a bit on this program, particularly the night program. But I am going to try to do more morning streams. Going to try to do this. Work in more morning streams because I've gotten a lot of requests from people. Oh, I wish you do morning streams because I'm not a late night person. You always do the late night shows. So we're gonna start mixing up a little bit and see how this goes. So we're gonna start interspersing some morning shows in addition to the late night shows. But guys, if you're brand new here, you're watching Steven Steele Live. Guess what? I'm Steven Steele. Welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. We've got an awesome little community here. I want you to be a part of it. So go ahead and click subscribe, hit on that notification bell, and stick around for a while with your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. Good morning. Is this the new time schedule, David Ramos? No. I mean, yes and no. I mean, I'm still going to be doing the late night shows, but I'm kind of starting to convert to doing this full time. So through through the help and support of you guys, and we're getting there. But I'm adding a couple morning streams to the week, so you guys can count. I'm going to try. The idea is to try to do a couple morning streams every week. Hey, we got the real Nick Balls here. And that is my co-host. He says, loading up right now, be in the Discord in a minute. So I'll have my co-host on, and he'll be able to give us some further insights and feedback, and we'll just have a good time. Does It's All Risky know Elon? Something I feel they are coordinated. I've thought the same sometimes. I don't think they're coordinated. I just think that Elon is very fond of It's All Risky. I think that's the Doge-centric Twitter profile that Elon follows most closely. And It's All Risky is actually a big fan of the show. He retweets me all the time. He's a member. By the way, It's All Risky is a member, and I'll just take this moment to plug membership. Membership starts at just $4 a month, which is nothing, you guys. I can't go any lower. So that's $1 a week. It's a great additional way just to show support for the show. And you see some of the people in the chat with those green names and those nifty badges. Those people are members, right? And also what you get get with membership is I do a lot of members only breakout streams where we really deep dive into stuff in terms of my personal portfolio, deeper into my strategies, new investments that I'm watching, that I'm investing in, things that I think look like they have great potential, and people have been yielding some really powerful results off of some of those tips. And we also just deep dive into a lot of things. And so I do about 3 to 4, probably about 4, sometimes even 5 members only breakout sessions, breakout live streams a week. So very active with the members only content. Plus you get all these cool little emojis. And who doesn't like the Doge emojis? Who doesn't like a nice set of tatas? And who, just to add a little bit of extra fun and flavor. Emojis like the ones you see in the chat there. And how do you become a member? You just simply click the link pinned at the top of the chat. Easy breezy. You're in. All access. $1 a week. Risky produces amazing content. Steven got another plug in the latest newsletter. Oh, did I? I didn't even get to the latest newsletter. Thank you for. I usually always read them instantly, and I just had one of those weeks where my mind was just everywhere. So thank you for the heads up on that, Jimmy D. Yeah, It's All Risky and we've got a great relationship. I think It's All Risky is hands down one of the best Doge-centric content creators out there. He's phenomenal for the community. And at this time, I'd like to bring on the man who's had a plan since 2014. It is none other than the real Nick Balls, joining the real deal, Steele, this early morning. Let me fix the visuals here, my friend. There we are. Get us both on the Hollywood squares, do a little bit of a readjustment. That's Nick, go. Dogecoin millionaire, Nick Balls. What's going on? Top of the morning to you, sir.
Hey, top of the morning. Dogecoin is getting ready to go absolutely ballistic.
I'm feeling that too.
Everybody is aware. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to change the headline of this stream to Dogecoin's getting ready to go ballistic. I like that. I like that.
Gearing up for massive. If you're listening, I know this is a morning stream. We don't have our usual people in here.
Right.
But if you're listening to this right now and you're into Dogecoin, this is the time. It is about to go bananas. It's crazy. The technicals on Doge right now are insane. Coins Kid just put out a Doge video. He hasn't put out a Doge video in months. So many crazy factors just kind of lined up over the past couple days here. It's broken over RSIs. It hit this one level that it hasn't hit in months. And each time that it did this, it's only done it in the cycle of Dogecoin. It's only broken this level I believe 3 times, not just this year, but prior back in 2017. Each time it rose 1,300%.
Unbelievable, Nick. Unbelievable. So, this seems to be coordinating with what he is saying, what you're saying, what Justin Bennett has been shouting from the rooftops. Get ready, folks. As Justin Bennett said too, we are on the precipice of going a minimum of 600% up to around 1,100% is where he put it. What do you make of Justin Bennett's forecast there, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that prediction is probably conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're looking at, possibly 1,100, 1,200%.
Wow. And could you break down a little bit more in terms of the TA on the justification for that kind of thing?
Yeah, so I'll pull it up right here. I know I sent it over this morning. I've been tweeting it out today. So a few factors, right? There's a few factors that have lined up. The RSI, the 41, has been a strong support and resistance trend line for over a year and a half. And we just bounced off of that on the weekly. Every time that we've hit that mark, that's when we've seen insane. And this has been over the past year and a half. So it's not just this, taking into account this year. The stochastic RSI, the last time we crossed bullish, Doge did 121x in price. This just happened just the other day. The stochastic RSI just crossed over. So, I mean, there's so many technicals right now that are lining up. It's just insane. And a lot of people, they say that Dogecoin is shorted a lot with, via perpetuals, and a lot of that comes from other exchanges. Binance, for those who don't know, when Doge hit 73 cents, a lot of those perpetual longs with using leverage occurred on Binance. So the last time this occurred, the most popular trading pair at the time on Binance was Doge BTC, and currently that just the heaviest trading pair on Binance right now is Doge BTC. It just worked its way back up. So there's so many technical targets and technical factors that Doge is in right now that it's almost too many to cover. But yeah, it's gonna get crazy. And I just watched Coins Kid's video just like right before I came on here. What he sees is that a break up to the 35 cent level, which was our test of support before, or I'm sorry, our test of resistance prior, and he sees possibly a rejection off of the 35 and then off to the races.
Wow. So how close do you think we are to this breakout going down, Nick?
I'd say days, weeks at the most. I mean, I put that my breakout target was November 5th.
Yeah.
So I believe we were going to break out. We already broke out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already happening. It's happening right now.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, if you look at the chart right now on the even you could go as high as a 1 hour, but you can really see it on like the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, we're forming a big cup at the moment. Mm-hmm. As soon as we get back up to that 28, 2835 level or 283 level, that's where the neckline is created, and then that's where it's gonna just ramp up.
Wow, this is exciting stuff, and it's great to have your analysis in the mix here. Doge says Doge is being shorted by new traders buying SHIB. Think it can hit a penny. If SHIB hit a penny, it would be worth 4 times the market cap of Bitcoin. Yeah, it's not going to happen, guys.
Could eventually. I mean, years and years down the road.
Years. Yeah, when the whole market expands.
Keep in mind, though, too, a lot of people who are longing SHIB right now, they, these people who are moving big amounts of money, they're in the know. This could be the money that flows out of SHIB when it hits its new all-time high could be what is used to propel Doge to its crazy heights. And we've, SHIB was flat, absolutely flat for months and months. It wasn't like it was forming a wedge or anything like that. Doge has been trading up and down, up and down, up and down, forming this massive wedge. Money was being accumulated that entire time. Mm-hmm. That money is what is going to be used to send this thing, absolutely parabolic.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of these things, you guys, where one of the issues I've had with SHIB is their marketing team always seems to infer things that aren't true in order to gather momentum and interest to their project. A lot of crypto like token projects will do this sort of thing. I don't find it very ethical. So SHIB had been circulating rumors that is about to get platformed on Robinhood. That boosted sales, investments. That was not true. Now they're inferring that they're going to get to a penny. That's impossible for anywhere within the next few years. That's just not really. It's not happening. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
If you see like all of these things, right? They made their name off of Dogecoin. They inferred that they were getting on listed on Robinhood. Robinhood came out and denied that. They tried to associate themselves with Elon. Elon came out and denied that. All of the things that should have pushed the price down on SHIB, which in the short period, in a very short time frame it did, but in the long run it's still moving. Mm-hmm. It's going against so many technical. It shouldn't be where it is. It should not be. It shouldn't be doing what it's doing right now. And just as I say, when Dogecoin is down, it shouldn't be down. People should be buying this, and they should realize the opportunity. Same with Shiba Inu. People are going to realize that this is not where it needs. The price is completely overbought, and eventually that is going to correct itself. And that's just how markets move.
Yeah, you can kind of get caught in this this thinking where you just start feeling invincible, right? You feel like you just had a few lines in the bathroom and then nothing can stop you because you just keep going up and up and up. And I feel like that's kind of where SHIB is right now. They're fresh out of the bathroom after doing a couple lines at the party, and they just feel invincible. SHIB, just like anything else, is subject to the laws of gravity, and I do agree. I think it's really overbought right now, and that other shoe hasn't dropped yet. So those of you who are invested in SHIB, just proceed with caution. Keep a close eye on it. Don't be afraid to pull profits, right? Don't be afraid to pull profits. And in my opinion, it's not one of those projects where you want to keep it holding long term without pulling a lot of profits.
I talked to a buddy from high school last night, a friend of mine who I haven't heard from in a while. It's so funny because in high school he was like one of the most popular. He was one of the most popular guys. I was not, but I was friends with everybody, and he was like, now I'm known in my high school. People think I'm like this, Gordon Gecko or something. I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
But he asked me, he messaged me right before I went to bed last night, and he was like, "Hey man, I bought SHIB in September. What should I do?" And I was like, "Man, if I were you, I told him, like, look, if you sell right now, you're gonna get hit with the short-term capital gains. It is what it is. You're up. You've made money. I wouldn't be afraid to take profits because here's what's going to happen after, could it keep running?" I told him, I'm like, hey, this could keep running throughout the altcoin season, of course, as many alts will. But when that freaking shoe drops, it is going to drop hard, and these token projects aren't going to be the ones that are favored. You know what I mean? Like, these things are going to fall off hard. Could it come back in the next bull run? Certainly. But do you want to be waiting around that long? That's all stuff you have to evaluate for yourself. This isn't financial advice. This is you have to be introspective with yourself and figure out, okay, well, I've made a bunch of money or I have unrealized a bunch of money right now. Yeah, I'm going to get taxed on it, but do I want to be waiting around to remake that money in 2 years? You know,
Yeah. And we are kind of in uncharted territory too. You know, we're kind of in an experiment right now in terms of Sheeb. Is it possible to even for a coin that's based on another primary coin's blockchain to remain long term in as a top 10 market cap? I mean, doesn't that inherently pose added risk that the fact that it solely relies on the Ethereum blockchain to function?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing's risky. It's
Yeah.
a token. The whole thing is risky. And you know what? I love risky stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
It doesn't bother me at all. But there's levels, right? There's levels to the amount of risk that I wouldn't, because I don't have to. I'm not in a position where I need to gain. But people who think Shiba Inu is going to a penny are woefully unaware of the amount of tokens in their supply. It's just they can't. I don't think they've done the math. Unless that's the thing with Shiba Inu. They could burn 90% of their supply. But I don't. But could they? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know if they have the physical ability to do that. So, it's hard, man. There's so many risk factors involved. It's almost like XRP for me, except I would much rather put my money on XRP than I would on Shiba Inu.
Yeah, I think XRP, same. I think things look really good long term for XRP, ADA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. I think those are, it's all risky. Nothing's without risk in cryptocurrency, but I think those are great, safe long-term investments. And then we got a guy by the name of Mr. Gaylord, pretty appropriate, exhibiting the sort of behavior we're pretty much used to from the Sheep community, exemplifying Dunning-Kruger effects. So we'll just let him riff a little bit longer, and if he can't get his autism under control, just have to give him a little time out there. So we are just kind of trading sideways here. In all things that you're seeing, Nick, would you say this is an accumulation period? This is part of the accumulation process before the levee breaks?
I mean, in technical talk, the levee has already been broken.
Mm-hmm.
Could you call what we're the price range that we're in right now an accumulation phase? Yeah. I mean, we're not so much over the hill that it's not impossible to get a good deal or whatever. I mean, if people were still looking to jump on, it's not a bad time. It's just we're just in the very, very beginnings of this breakout. So yeah, but we are, I think if you really want a good technical video, I would go check out Coins Kid's video on Doge that just came out last night. And he can kind of explain it really well. And I think that push up to the 35 level is probably what's in store. And it seems like right now what's happening is Doge is moving posed to the main markets, meaning Bitcoin is usually doing well during the week. Dogecoin has been over the past couple weeks doing way better on the weekends. So, we could see those big moves over the weekends.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. In the absence of you last night on the show, I was making a pretty similar prediction. I said from everything that I was looking at, Nick, could see the Dogecoin upwards of 30 cents by Friday, and continue bullish trends over the weekend. So you're kind of coming in generally around the same markers that I am. You're saying we could even see upwards of 35 cents within 7 days here?
Yeah, I mean, really, what it relies on is breaking that neckline at the 2.8. You know, if we can break the neckline at the 2.8, I think we're off to the races. I don't know if we'll initially hit that 35 level right from the get-go. I'll take a look at the percentage on that right now. Let me see here. That's about 23%. Yeah, 23% from the neckline to 35. I don't think it would be impossible. It's just, it's just something that we have to keep an eye on, and I'm gonna keep a close eye on Doge all week, just and see what happens. It could annihilate that 35 level. I don't know. I would expect. I mean, on a technical level, it should come up to the 35, touch, bounce down, retest, and then go off from there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But one thing's for sure on the very conservative side of all this, Nick, we could pretty much take it to the bank that over the next few months, trends for the entire market are going to continue to be overall bullish. It's not to say we're not going to have our moments of typical retracement, but I don't think we're going to head back into bear territory for quite a while here. NFT market included. Altcoin season coming up soon. Care to share any thoughts on the emerging altcoin season?
I think it's going to be pretty big. I mean, I think altcoin season that is coming up is actually going to make, Bitcoin's high look minimal. I think people are going to get really hyped up next month because I believe Bitcoin next month is probably going to reach somewhere around $90,000 to $98,000. And that's going to seem like this huge thing. But keep in mind, all the money that's being accumulated during this period is going to be eventually funneled into the altcoin markets to make even more money. So I think that we'll see Bitcoin do really well next month. I think we'll see Bitcoin do really well the month after that. And then the alt market at the beginning of next year is really going to take off. It could start earlier. It could start, riding along with Bitcoin. But I think a lot of people who think that the altcoin market doing well along with Bitcoin might be missing out when Bitcoin does retrace from its all-time high, because a lot of that money is going to move into the alts after that.
Yeah, totally. And I've really been focusing on that in my members-only streams, breakouts on how we can all prepare ourselves and position ourselves from the most advantageous, in the most advantageous places and ways for when altcoin season really kicks in there. Ernie says, off topic, do you guys like gaming coins like Engine and Sandbox? Nick doesn't really fool around with too much of that stuff. He doesn't need to. Nick's a multi-millionaire off of Dogecoin. I do play around with some of that stuff.
I'll be right back in just a minute here.
Take your time, Nick. So I am a fan of some of the gaming coins and tokens. In fact, I think it's very good, particularly for the BSC space, because the BSC token space lacks so much credibility overall and lacks so much utility, and it's just been so overcrowded with crap for so long that it's really great to see high utility gaming industry projects emerge through BSC and through ERC20s. And there's a lot of money in that industry, a lot of money, and a lot of loyalty and community in there. So I think I was invested in Engine about a year ago, and I cashed out my profits, and then it went down for a while. I might get back into it again. So when altcoin season kicks in, I think that Engine is going to be one of the obvious big gains coming in there. Another one I think is going to be right at the top in that regard is going to be Avalanche. Look for Avalanche, I think, to probably do 3 to 5x within the next 2 months here. Now, I'm actually starting to trend more towards Avalanche being a great long-term investment. So what I'll be doing with Avalanche, I've recently started putting in a little bit more money into my Avalanche to be prepared for altcoin season. I will be pulling some profits when altcoin season kicks in, and probably leaving some for the long haul. I think there's enough to go around here where both Solana, Avalanche, and Ethereum will peacefully coexist. The markets that all of these projects cover is so vast, and there's so much money in it, and each project respectively has its own strengths and weaknesses. I really don't see them canceling out each other. Now, over the long term, Avalanche and Solana could really duel it out. That's possible. And there may be only room for one of them long term. But as far as Ethereum's not going anywhere. You know, neither one of these coins pose any threat to Ethereum, in my opinion. Particularly when we get the Ethereum 2.0 out at the beginning of the next year, and then also the Doge-Ethereum bridge, I think are going to be absolute game changers. So I am all in favor of these new high utility gaming industry tokens coming into that space. It's very welcome. I've been keeping my eye very close on those projects, investing in some of them, sharing some of that information with my members only, and people seeing some really nice gains in the members only streams. Guys, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, that's obviously hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts put in. Helps keep the lights on over here at Steele HQ. Also, consider becoming a member. It's just $4 a month. You can become a member by simply clicking the link pinned at the top of the chat. And if you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steele Live. I'm Steele. It's my co-host Nick Balls above there. And good morning to you. Good morning to you. We'd love to have you be a part of our community. So hit subscribe, hit on that notification bell. And Nick's having a good, strong cup of Joe. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I drink like a pot of coffee a day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And I always wonder why I have trouble sleeping.
I am really sensitive to caffeine, man. If I have my coffee or green tea too late, or even if I have some dark chocolate later, like I will be up, man. I will be like buzzing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I drink all my coffee in the morning though, so
yeah,
usually pretty good.
Right on. Yeah, so we were talking about getting ready for altcoin season. Do you think Tesla will accept Doge Manju? Asks, do you want to take this one, or do you want me to take it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Tesla is gearing up to accept re-accept crypto again. I think a lot, Steven and I will talk about this till the cows come home. What Tesla and what Elon really needs to be able to accept Dogecoin is Robinhood needs their wallets. That is the number one factor. Without the Robinhood wallets, there's no point in Tesla accepting Dogecoin, because almost 30% of the market is tied up in a company that they can't use it with.
Right.
So there's no point in there's no point in Tesla accepting Dogecoin if a majority of the market is unable to use it to use for Teslas. So they want to be able to get maximum exposure, and that wallet, the Robinhood wallet, is right around the corner. So
yeah, it is right around the corner, and by corner, it could be in 2 weeks or 3 months.
Yeah,
we just don't know. But I'm actually at this point, I'm actually giving it more room. I think it's a higher probability. It's probably not going to happen until the beginning of 2022, like literally January 2022 is kind of where I've reevaluated my guesstimation after our bet. By the way, I've ordered your hooded sweatshirt, and it should be on its way. So
perfect timing. It's getting chilly out.
Yes. So after that, I kind of learned my lesson, and I'm giving myself a lot more leeway on my predictions when those wallets actually come into manifestation. And now we have solid data, you guys. Well over 1 million people now are on that Robinhood wallet waiting list, and we can pretty much safely assume by all the other data that the quarterly reports that we've seen coming out of Robinhood, that almost all of those million plus investors are more than likely Dogecoin investors in a greater or lesser degree. So this is, I think, going to be a massive step towards adoption involving Dogecoin. Bud Dickman says, "Where are all the members? I feel naked." Yeah, we're dealing with a whole different audience. So nighttime is people that have been watching us for a long time, and they've become member. People usually become members over time when they watch us, and then we're starting to work in morning streams, so we just reach different people and more variety of people now, Bud. So I think these folks will begin to make their way towards membership over time here. It's just $4 a month. So you the man, Steven. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. I don't think that Robinhood is in any rush to launch wallets. Well, it's kind of to the point. It's kind of to the point where they have to at this stage. And I am certain that Elon and Vlad have had conversations about this. And like Nick said, Tesla is not going to announce Dogecoin adoption until that move happens. That's the main thing. The main thing he's waiting for, guys, is that. And also, I think that Vlad is smart enough to realize that whether he's keen on wanting to do this or not, it's something that he has to do to maintain long-term relevance in the crypto market. I will take this time to scold Voyager. I love Voyager, but the only thing I don't like about Voyager is they have wallets for most of the other top 20 cryptos, but not Dogecoin. You can't send and receive Doge. Not good. So, and they kept telling me they were on that a while ago, but nothing's happened. So Voyager, get it together. Yes, Dogecoin worldwide. Stretching it out, buddy.
Yeah, I think Uphold actually released Dogecoin wallets.
Oh, did they really?
A while ago. Yeah, I think so. I haven't checked on it, but
what about Kraken?
Oh, Kraken's had Dogecoin. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I trade on Kraken.
Yeah, if I could move my positions over from Voyager at this point to Kraken, I'd probably do it, but I can't. I'm stuck there. So, man. Yeah, I mean, Voyager, I love Voyager too. I love the ease of use. I love how fast it is. But that's the only thing that really bothers me about it. I don't know. What the Doge doing? The Doge is doing the thing, my friend. It's doing the thing. We're just trading sideways at a healthy level right now, but we are gearing up for what is looking like an absolutely massive breakout. It's looking quite parabolic, guys. It's looking quite parabolic. And I think we are, like Nick said, anywhere from a week or two to up to, what do you say? What would you say the timeline that you'd give this big breakout, Nick?
I guess it depends on what you mean by big breakout. The break to the 35 level is probably not too far off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking possibly within the week, if not within the next few weeks. The retest of that, and then the actual breakout, like the huge, parabolic run. It's hard to say because that could hinge on a few factors, or it could just happen for no reason, as it often does with Doge.
Right.
It could just be strictly based off of technicals and have no real reason that it occurs. So that that big breakout, Coins Kid even pointed out this morning, he moved his target up from $1.81 to $1.90. So I mean that's the target.
Wow, he moved that this morning?
Yeah.
Wow. And have you also moved your prediction to $1.90?
Yeah, I use his templates on my trading view. Mm-hmm. So he has like a weird way of creating his bid patterns. So I use Coins Kid's layout basically.
Yeah. I'm joining soon. I spent my last $4 on Doge. Come on, you did not. You literally spent the last $4 to your name on Doge. And be careful if that's true. Just take care of yourself. Yeah, it's interesting. Some of our a few of our fellow content creators have been covering Shiba a lot more, and that's cool. That's fine. I don't feel led in that direction. I'm not against making money on Shiba. I've invested a little bit and shorted it and reallocated it to what I believe are better projects. And hey, if you're doing well, and if you're making good money on any digital currency, good for you. Good for you. I think that's great. The thing is, that doesn't mean I have to respect the project. However, okay. And the Sheep project, I don't have a lot of respect for it. I don't like the way it was rolled out. I don't like the way it was targeting the Dogecoin community in a malicious manner, targeting Dogecoin investors in a malicious manner. Literally branded itself the Dogecoin killer. I mean, when you're really bullish on Dogecoin, and I'm a Dogecoin, very Dogecoin centric content creator. What do I do with that when someone presents to me a token project that is like, hey, we stole your mascot and we call ourselves the Dogecoin killer? Are you into this project? Yeah, not so much. Not that into it. Yeah, no. Not that into it. What do you expect?
Care if Sheep flips Dogecoin in market cap. And I'll say this. So right now, Shiba Inu is sitting at the 11 spot. Doge is at the 9. I'm just going to refresh because the numbers have changed a little bit. It's at an $18 billion market cap. Doge is at a $34 billion market cap.
Yeah.
Shiba Inu is currently sitting just about 7% off. Did I do that right? Maybe not. I think it moved since I did that. It's about 8% off of its all-time high right now, currently. Mm-hmm. You can bet that when it hits its all-time high, it's going to come down a little bit. And even if it does move up 8%, it's still not enough to surpass the USD coin, which is right above where it's at right now. Mm-hmm. Could Shiba Inu flip Dogecoin in a very short-term scenario? Possibly. But I think the breakout that's about to occur for Doge within the next few days or weeks is going to offset that. So I'm not super worried about it. If it happens for a day or something or a few days, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, not the end of the world. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's definitely doing really well through a lot of. They got to hand it to them. They've been very shrewd. I mean, they've just the bot farming alone has just been on a scale that we've never seen before. The spam and the bot farming has just been just wild. I've just never seen anything like it. Like I said,
we don't have to do that.
Right. It's just one of those things, you guys. Like, profit where you can. That's cool. Like, I have nothing against that. Those of you all are invested in Sheep. Good for you. Make your money. But that doesn't mean that I have to respect the project, and I don't respect the project. Now, there are certain things that I invest in that I don't particularly respect the project. I don't actively promote those things. I just make my gains. I reallocate those gains to things and keep it moving. One thing that I like about my main holdings, I will say, however, my long-term holdings are from projects I have a lot of respect for, projects that I think are incredible long-term plays that are my future self is going to thank my current self for immensely. Things like Bitcoin, things like Dogecoin, things like Ethereum, things like XRP, maybe a little Avalanche, things of this nature. ADA, as Nick is also invested in. That's just kind of how I feel about it. ETH expected to flip Bitcoin soon. I don't know about soon, but I do think we'll eventually get there.
It's more than half off right now.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be soon, but I do think eventually there's a very good probability that Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin. Last time I had Chad Paxton on, he seemed to think I was out of my mind for thinking that. He didn't think that Bitcoin was ever going to get knocked off that number one spot, and we had a friendly little spirited debate back and forth about that. Um, oh, hello, good morning, night. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this electro duo, like music from probably about 10 years ago. They were pretty popular. They're called Nightlife, spelled K-I or Knight Nightlife. I thought that was a pretty good name for
Might
a
have to
band.
run in a minute here. They're doing construction on my condo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the other day when it was raining like crazy, my windows, it's just like so much water came in,
Hmm.
and I guess the building, yeah, they're trying to fix it. I don't know. I hate this
Hmm.
building so much, dude. I need to get the hell out of here. I I am currently looking for a house. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this condo life.
Yeah, you got construction, you got SWAT teams storming the
Oh my
building.
god. Yeah. It's
You
been
find yourself in the middle of a Die Hard movie.
yeah, dude. It was, you know what? Like it was good while it lasted. I've been here like 6 or 7 years now.
Hmm.
You know, it's nice you don't have to mow the grass. They, take the trash out for you, all that kind of stuff, but um it's just so much. They're trying to redevelop this building. The building's, I think it was built in the 80s.
Yeah.
Um, and the problem is they picked a really bad time to do it, right? We talk about this all the time, how the housing market is insane right now, right? It's just the money, the cost of living is going up, the housing market's going up, and right now to be profitable in building at the moment, you have to really, really cut corners. And they installed these new windows which look great. I mean, I wish I could show you. These windows are amazing. They look incredible. They're cheap as hell. Like it just rained the other day and my room was like flooded. So they're currently trying to fix that. And it's specifically my side of the building because my side of the building just gets like it's in like a giant T,
Yeah.
and the wind just like circles around in here, and yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it sounds like you're probably going to be act more aggressively involved in the housing market.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about the housing market, which I find very interesting. So, my girlfriend lives out in the middle of nowhere, which I love. It's not super. It's about an hour away from me, 45 minutes to an hour away from where I am, and we make the trip back and forth every week. She comes out there or comes out here, I go out there. But I love it out there. We found a house that was 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, really nice. Brick, 3-car garage with double. It has enough height in the garage that I could put a lift in, so I can double stack cars in there, like the McLaren and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that house out where she is $425,000, and I might even be able to get a deal on that, like talk him down a little bit. The same identical house, basically where I live. I just was looking around the other day, was almost $1 million, and it sold 2 years ago for like 500, almost 600,000, 580,000, something like that. So
My goodness.
a 45-minute drive, you get like more than 50% off of an identical home. So yeah, the housing market, especially around major metropolitans, is just absolutely crazy. And if you're buying a house right now, like God bless, because I'm in the fortunate position where I'm paying cash, right? So I'm not going to have a monthly payment to make.
Hmm.
But eventually the housing market is just going to take a big wallop, and all of these people who bought these houses for these crazy prices because they thought they had to, it's going to come down, and your house is going to lose a ton of value. You're just going to be stuck there, or if you're going to sell, you're going to take a huge hit.
Yeah, I think people really need to be cautious right now in the housing market. I totally agree with you. In fact, I think we're probably about 2 years away from maybe something as close in the hemisphere of the scale of 2007.
Yeah. I agree.
So just people really need to be careful. Don't get me started on Die Hard again. Nice to see you in daytime. Welcome, John 313. Good to see you in the mix. Good to see you in the mix. But I think your observations are very astute, Nick. Very astute on what's been transpiring in the housing market. Guys, things are moving along quite nicely. When we look over the last week, of Dogecoin, we are cruising at increase of about 8%, and we're seeing some pretty modest increases today, kind of fluctuating between 3.5% increase and 2-ish% increase. By any healthy metric, this is all looking pretty good. The psychology of this stuff is really interesting too, Nick. We were at 27 cents for a while when I first came on, and it did that for a few hours before I started live this morning. And now, if we'd be at where we are now, if we would have went from 22 cents to where we are now, we'd have about 300 people watching us.
Yeah.
But the difference is we went from 23, 24 cents to 27 cents over the course of a couple days. So then, it's a sneaky thing. It's a funny thing, isn't it? And I think the people that can take a step back and recognize and celebrate the little gains along the way and appreciate the overall positive trajectory are usually the ones that are going to diamond hand it longer and see those tasty long-term gains. And no one's more familiar with that strategy than you, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, this is not it's not unknown. People who know me know that I take the term going long to a whole other extreme. I go long like no one else goes long. I go long for years. So in terms of BTC, I've been long almost a decade. Diamond handing for almost a decade. I was I was in my early 20s when I bought Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm now in my early 30s. So I take going long to a whole new extreme. And I think the people who get wrapped up, if you're constantly every single day looking at the 5-minute chart, or God forbid you're looking at the 1-minute chart,
you'll drive yourself nuts.
You'll drive yourself crazy. And you're not, I think people, when in doubt, zoom out. That's a dumb, I know we hear this all the time, but I'm not talking about zooming out look at the hourly or look at the 4-hourly. I'm talking about look at the daily, look at the weekly charts. Mm-hmm. This is where I extrapolate my data from. I got shit on by a lot of dumb so-called TA experts.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't even read the 5-minute chart. Well, yeah, mofo, because I'm not day trading stuff like you. I don't have to. Luckily, I've gone super duper long on stuff, and I make my entries years in advance. So when people are scrambling to figure out what they're gonna do, I need to put this much money in today. It's gonna drop a couple pennies. Yeah, whatever. I don't play games like that. I go heavy. I go hard in the paint when I go with my investments. My investments are hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then I just stay on them for years and years and years.
Right.
And in doing that, people talk about DCAing. If I make a good entry or a good enough entry, I very rarely have to DCA. I can just stick a crap load of money in something and then just cook it for a decade and come out insanely on top. So yeah, the big time frames are where I look.
I agree with your strategy. You've obviously been in the game a lot longer than I have, but my investment philosophy and strategy for the majority of my portfolio echoes that sentiment, echoes that strategy. I've been returning to this theme a lot more lately because I really feel that to a certain degree, day trading strategies and shorting strategies in terms of in the world of cryptocurrency, particularly when you're talking about top 20 coins, is tremendously overrated, frankly. You can play that game and you can live that way. And people do make money that way, but most people do not. And most people that attempt to play that game, they get burned. We see them constantly in the chats here, Nick. You see it all the time. Oh, I lost this much Doge. I tried to trade up, and then this happened, and now I'm bummed. And what should I do now? And you see the same thing. People talking about the same thing with Bitcoin and ADA and ETH. They're constantly in turmoil because they just weren't exercising patience, right? And they're always trying to get quick gains day to day. It doesn't have to be this way, guys. It doesn't have to be this way. In fact, you are creating and setting the table for a much higher probability of not only success, but a much higher probability of your metrics. I mean, screw making extra $500 this week. What about making an extra $500,000 in your life? Don't you want life-changing gains? Some of us want wife-changing gains. So these are things to consider. And this is a common theme that I've been stressing more and talking more about on the night show and whenever I make content now, because I just don't see, Nick, a lot of content out there that approaches things quite like this in terms of any crypto-centric content. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I think, I think that a lot of people, I think that 9 out of 10 people don't have the time or don't have the knowledge to be doing this day-to-day or swing trading. It's just not in the average person's repertoire,
right,
to be able to do that. Now, if you've got the time and you want to play around with a fraction of what you're holding and you want to try doing that, by all means, I will tell you that you will very quickly find out that this is an extremely intense and nerve-wracking way to live your life.
Yes.
It will cause you a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
I can tell you that because I've personally experienced it. And hey, you know what? There's a select few people out there who can deal with that, handle that, and benefit from it. I'm not discounting the fact that there's not people. I think there are people out there who can do that. I just think that that's the minority. That is not, it's certainly, but it's fact. It's not the majority of people who can handle that. So, if you're just the average crypto investor, if you're brand new to crypto, if you're just getting into investing in general, don't think that you're the next Gordon Gekko when you've never done any of this before. I see, and this is not true just to crypto or investing in general. People in the current days of life in the world are extremely overconfident in everything. People overestimate their abilities constantly in life. People think they're in way better shape than they really are. Come to the gym with me and try squatting 405 pounds, and I will prove to you that you are not in as good of shape as you think you are.
Yeah.
I think if the average American had to run 5 miles right now, they'd be screwed. So,
yeah.
It's just people sit online all day. They get pumped up by all this stuff that basically melts their mind into thinking they're a Superman, and you're not. And this goes for investing as well. Just do not overestimate or do not be overconfident. Be realistic. Take a look at what your actual abilities are, and then move along reasonably and conservatively. You can always improve or maximize your investments down the road. But if you blow the bag on trade one, you can't undo that. You can't come back from that. So
yeah, no refunds.
Yeah, there's no refunds. So you can try and call, Coinbase or whatever and tell them that your card got hacked, but they are very unwilling to believe most people. I love that meme where the guy's on the phone and he's like, Coinbase, somebody bought Bitcoin at $63,000 or something.
That's funny. Mr. X, good to see you this morning, Mr. X. $5 super chat. Best live stream on YouTube. Thank you for that. Thank you for your kind words and support. Giving me a little bit of breakfast money here this morning. Thank you, Mr. X. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, we got a few of our nighttime viewers kind of finding their way in here too. Got about 50 people in the chat. Guys, you've been watching Steele live. I'm Steven Steele. My co-host is Nick Balls, Dogecoin millionaire. Nick Balls above there. Thank you for joining us this morning. If you haven't already subscribed, join our community. We've got an awesome one, and it's growing exponentially every day. Would love to have you be a part of it. So just hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit all on that notification bell. Ascend with us weirdos to the moon, to Mars, and beyond. Love to have you. We got an awesome community here.
Wave hi to my construction guy real quick. Hold on.
Okay, you wave hi to your construction guy. And guys, if you would like to become a member, love to have you be a member. It's a great way to show support for the channel. It's just $4 a month, just $1 a week. It gets you a lot of exclusive content, and it gets those cool emojis that you see, Dogecoin emojis and all that other stuff that you see in the chats and in the badges. So, daytime viewers, yes. Elvin, good morning, Elvin. Mr. Ramirez, good morning.
This is still nighttime for you, right, Steven?
Kinda. I did sleep on the couch for a few hours. I did get a little shut eye, and I'll be getting some more after this stream. RW gotta have to bed. I'm a night shifter. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a third shift guy. No problem, RW. Yep, there we are. I get it. Keeps me going. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Love to hear that stuff. Cheers to you, Lance. All right. So big things ahead. Lots to be optimistic about. If you're a Dogecoin enthusiast and or holder, as we've been illustrating, I think pretty well throughout this broadcast. Now, Nick, early 2022, in my opinion, is really shaping up. Really looking like it's shaping up to be something very, very unique. And what I mean by that, there seems to be some epic bullish moves that are all kind of coming together to take place in early 2022. I think Robinhood wallets is going to happen around that time. I think consequentially Dogecoin and Tesla adaptation is going to happen around that time. We do know that the Dogecoin Ethereum bridge is going to be brought to market around that time. Also, Ethereum 2.0 is going to launch around that time. So I think the first quarter of 2022 could be something very, very unique to the likes of which we've never seen before. What do you think?
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think that, I think, it's a toss-up for me right now. Mm-hmm. Because I could see the altcoin market really breaking out, with Bitcoin surging. It could follow it. I personally believe that the really big gains in the altcoin market will break after Bitcoin hits like crazy over 100K all-time high.
Yeah.
And I suspect that will happen early next year. But I do leave open the door a possibility that the altcoin market could absolutely go bonkers with Bitcoin. I think too many people are leaving that out of the realm of possibility because it's historically the altcoin market pops after Bitcoin.
Right.
We could see a switch up in this cycle because this cycle is so weird. It's not like a lot of other cycles. So we could see some deviations from the standard, and the standard has typically been that Bitcoin pops and the altcoins pop. It could go in tandem this time. I don't know. I'm leaving that window of opportunity, that window open. Like I said, my profit taking strategy right now is pretty fixed. You know, I will not be selling any more Doge until my target is met. My target is pretty clear. I adjusted from $1.80 to about $1.90, but anywhere from that $1.80 to $2 range is the window that I'm leaving open. I'll probably be selling a few million at that point, and yeah,
wow,
living a crazy life for a while.
Living La Vida Loca.
Oh yeah, Ricky Martin, baby.
And if you start eating a lot of pizza, then you'll be living Little Rocky Rococo. I just made that up. I don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway, Nick, I think I'm going to start winding this one down. I got to get a little bit of some more Z's. But I want to thank you for coming in, man. This was a lot of fun. Nick and I are going to start working in morning streams semi-regularly now, in addition to the night programming. But this was a lot of fun and is really cool having this live stream. And thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. Nick, is there anything else you'd like to add on this one?
No, just keep an eye on, really keep a very, very close eye on Dogecoin over the next few days and next couple weeks, because it is technically poised to do something big. It could happen today, tomorrow, next week. I don't know, but it is technically already broken out over where it should, and the structure of Doge right now is looking incredible.
Yeah. So I guess one more thought I would add on that is knowing what we probably know about what's coming, and I think it is going to be massive. This is probably a good time to accumulate more Dogecoin if you're kind of on the fence. You know, here we're sitting a little between 26, 27 cents. You know, once this thing starts going anywhere from 500 to 1200%, hindsight's always 2020, right? And, you know, planning ahead and having patience are, you know, probably your two main arsenals in terms of really seeing some sweet gains there. So just keep that in mind going forward, guys. Anyway, Nick, thank you so much. Nick, if you care to do double duty and join me tonight, you're by all means. If not, totally understand. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. If you're already not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit all on that notification so you never miss our live streams or never wonder when we're going live. And I will be going live tonight around 9 p.m.-ish Central Standard Time for the night show. So love to see you guys back, those of you who can make it. And again, thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is Steven Steele and Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls signing out. Thank you, guys.
Just the bees and birds, the summer hay.